Okay. So the most common example of constant acceleration, okay, is because of the pull of gravity. Okay, so the gravitational attraction of the Earth. Okay, so this is what we commonly call free fall motion or free fall. So it is the motion of an object under the influence of only gravity. So as you can see here, so a strobe light flashes with equal time intervals no between flashes. But as you can see, the distance traveled by the balls, okay, increases, no? So meaning the velocity is changing, okay? Rather the velocity, yeah, it's changing, okay, and it's changing at a constant rate, okay? It's changing, but at a constant rate. No, its value increases, but a constant rate, since you can see an increase in the position, okay, and the displacement in between the velocities. So Galileo Galilei was the one who formulated the laws that govern this object, okay, in free fall. So we usually use letter G, lowercase g, to denote, okay, the acceleration due to gravity. So this is its magnitude, okay, in meters per second squared and in feet per second squared. Okay. So since we're dealing with a vector quantity, okay, acceleration is a vector quantity. So we use, okay, a negative sign to indicate its direction. Okay. So take note that the acceleration due to gravity is always directed towards the center of the Earth. So we use negative sign for our computations that would be involving this value. Okay. So for a free falling object, so the speed increases as it goes down, okay, shown in the figure and shown as in the figure and from the last slide. Okay, so if this is the case, so the velocity is also downward, okay, negative, no, and then acceleration is also negative. So from the discussion on acceleration. Okay, so meaning the object is speeding up since velocity and acceleration have the same sign or are going in the same direction. Okay, so some books, no, some authors use the magnitude only in the computations because maybe the equations that they are using are already derived, okay, with some conditions already. Okay, but take note that for the three kinematic equations shown earlier, okay, so have some changes, no, in the arithmetic operations from addition, okay, to subtraction. So we use negative value, okay, for the computations if we use those kinematic equations. Okay, so we have a summary of the kinematic equations. Okay, so including average velocity. So this time we can use letter y instead of x for the change in position or displacement. Okay, since it's moving downward. But if you want to use letter x, it's still okay. Okay, just as long as you know what the direction of the displacement is. Okay, and you know how to interpret the results later in the computations. So this is the velocity as a function of time. So this time acceleration, okay, uses letter G already. So assuming that it's purely free fall motion, okay, and then the displacement is a function of time. So we have y and g instead of x and a, and then for velocity as a function of displacement. So g and y instead of a and y. Okay. So there are different types, okay, of free fall motion. So let's start with the first one wherein the object is dropped, okay, from something. For example, this apple that is drop from a tree branch. Okay, so meaning, no, its initial velocity is zero. So it's different if this apple is thrown, okay, downward, wherein the initial velocity is not zero because there's already a force exerted, okay, to let the apple move in that downward direction, okay, versus the falling, no, or the dropping, okay, with an initial velocity of zero. Okay, so the third type is if the object is thrown upward. So since there's a pull of gravity, so after reaching a certain height, so it goes back to the ground or to the point where it was thrown and possibly it can reach, no, the ground. So it's either symmetrical or asymmetrical depending on the case. So this is a symmetrical type of motion, okay? But the drawing is parabolic, okay? But take note that the true to call this path is straight, okay? Just to emphasize that it went back to its starting position. Okay, that's why it's drawn as if na it is parabolic. So for emphasis only. Okay? Yeah, wala kay niliko na hinuon ang ang object. So it's thrown upward and then after reaching the maximum height na it can reach, so it went back to the original position. Okay, just like this rocket here. And asymmetrical, so if an object is thrown from the hand of this person, for example, no, upward. So, syempre, okay, if ato siya kuan nilit sa imuhang building, so its downward motion would be ari napadulong sa ground. Okay, so this is not symmetrical, no? So this path is shorter compared to this other path. Okay, so we are ignoring air resistance, by the way, in our computations. Okay, so if we do that, then we have straight line, no, for the motion. Okay, and then in our computations, we take note of the sign, no, for velocity and g. So assign a positive velocity for upward motion and negative for downward motion. Okay, so negative value for acceleration due to gravity. So for example, so suppose you drop a rock off a cliff. So it took 3.5 seconds to hit the water below. Let's say na diri ang rock and then it is thrown or you drop, not thrown the ice, sorry, it's dropped, meaning no additional force. Okay, only gravitational force is responsible for the movement of the rock, okay, on towards the surface of the water. So how high is the cliff? And disregard the time the sound will travel from the water surface na to your ear. So supposedly, napay time na mo travel no ang sound waves to the observer's ear. Okay, so we assume na we disregard that. Okay, so we have to get how high is the cliff or how far has the rock, okay, moved vertically. Okay, so we have the given quantities. Let's start with the time. So when you write your given quantities, okay, so para wala kay ma-miss, so you do it line by line, okay, or phrase by phrase. It starts with 3.5 seconds. So that's T, okay, and then that's the only quantity that is directly given. So we are going to find, okay, the displacement, okay, of the rock. So let us assign delta y for that. Okay, y because it's already moving in a vertical direction. okay, or motion. So using this data, okay, datum, usara man di ay, no? So we're going to solve for delta y. So for displacement as a function of time from one of the kinematic equations, it's initial velocity times time plus 1/2 gt squared. Okay, so we know already what's the acceleration due to gravity. Time is given, so we need initial velocity. So it's not directly given, but if you will analyze the motion, so it's dropped from a cliff or off a cliff. Okay, so meaning its initial velocity is 0. Okay, so we add here, although dili siya directly given, but we need to analyze. No, na 0 na siya iyang initial velocity. Okay, so 0 and then multiplied by t. Practice, so just plug in, bahala 0, lagi hapon na ang result. Okay, and then plus 1/2 times negative 9.81 meters per second squared times 3.5 seconds. Okay, so 3.5 meters per, sorry, 3.5 seconds only, not meters per second. Seconds. So the value of delta y here is approximately negative 60.086. If we round off to the fourth decimal place, so 0.863 K meters. So dimensionally correct. This is second squared over second squared. Cancel, so only meters is left. So it's a negative value since the displacement, okay, so it starts from the cliff and then going downward. So we expect, okay, negative value. So the value of your displacement would depend on your chosen reference point. So if the final position is below the reference point, so expect that the value is negative. Okay, if the final position is above your initial position, the reference point, then the value is positive. Okay, or some equations, okay, is written in a different format, but still it's of the same um, meaning. Okay, so there are some equations that look like this. Now there's no delta, okay, y now in the left side of the equation, but instead, okay, so in ani siya, no? So it's the same thing, okay? Y minus y sub I is the displacement. So maybe if the chosen point is not marked as 0, siguro, okay? So, and y also is not measured from the same point, okay, where this position is located. But still, when you get the difference, okay, between the two, okay, so mura ra gihapon na i-set na nimo to 0 and this position would be that pila ka meters no from this position. It's the same thing. Okay? So if you're going to use this equation and you need to assume, okay, that your initial position is kung unsa imong giset nga 0. Okay, so we're assuming here that asa ni imong displacement nagsugod og measure mo to imong initial position na set as the 0 meter or 0 kilometer, 0 inch mark. Okay, so the cliff, so you need to make a conclusion, no? So the negative sign here tells us about the direction, okay, of the displacement, but to answer the question how high is the cliff, so you need to remove the negative sign, of course. Okay, so you need to make a conclusion that the cliff is around 60.0863 meters high.